artists! I'm excited to show you today's lesson. We're going to be making what's called a wax resist spiderweb. Now, wax is something that we have in a lot of objects. You might think of it as being in an ear or being in a candle, but in art, we find wax in crayons. So today for your supplies, you're going to need a white crayon. Go find yourself a white one. I know we don't normally use those, but this one works best for wax resist. And 3 colors of washable markers. I like Crayón washable markers, but any kind that says washable will work. And then you need a cup of water and either a paintbrush or a Q-tip. If you don't have a Q-tip, a cotton ball will work, or even a paper towel. So let's get started. So the paper you should be using is this thick paper that you got in your distance learning packages or that your teachers gave you to take home for art. And what you're going to do is draw with your white crayon. You're going to draw our spider web. But before you draw with the white crayon, I want to show you what you're going to draw so that you get a feel for what we're going to do. Since obviously it's hard to see white crayon on white paper. You're going to do one diagonal straight line from one corner of your paper to the other. Another diagonal straight line from one corner of your paper to the other. An up and down straight line that goes through the middle of the X, and a side-to-side straight line that goes through the middle of the X. We kind of have a big star. Now you're going to make a spiral, and you're going to start in the middle. You're going to spin out, 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 and then keep going. Even if you hit the edge, keep going out. Good. All the way around. Do you see how I pick up my paper and jump when it would go off the page? I don't want to draw on my table. By the way, it's a good idea to have paper towels under it. Now I'm going to show you with the crayon. So I've got my white crayon and I'm going to push really, really hard. This is not a time to draw lightly. You want to push as hard as you can diagonally across. Then the other direction as hard as you can. Push diagonally across, up and down in the middle of your paper as hard as you can, and left to right in the middle of your paper as hard as you can. And then find the middle and make a spiral that goes out. Again, pushing as hard as you can. Out, out, push, 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 push. Jump when you get to the edge. Out, push, 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 push. And I'm just going to add a couple of fun lines on the edge. Oh, I pushed so hard that my crayon, look how much crayon I used today. Okay, now comes the fun part. Are you guys ready to see the magic of wax resist? Okay, so I've got my markers ready to go. I've got my water ready to go, and I've got my brush ready to go. I'm going to take one of my colors, and I'm going to scribble some color down, and it's already showing up. Look at that magic. And then I'm going to take some other colors. I'm going to scribble nearby. Oh, I can see the beautiful spider web showing up. I'm going to take my pink. I'm going to color on the other side. Oh, wow. And I'm not done. I haven't colored everywhere. But I'm going to dip my brush in the water. And I'm going to color. I'm going to paint with the markers. Did you know that you could paint with markers? And I like that I used pink, blue, and purple because they blend together in such a pretty way. And look how they make my spiderweb show up. Now you can put the color from when you color your markers anywhere you want on your page. I'm being careful not to paint on my table, but if you have paper towels underneath your project, you can go ahead and paint everywhere on the page. And my paper did this thing called pilling, which makes these little beads of broken paper. It's because of the type of brush I used. I didn't use a watercolor brush and it hurt the paper. But that's okay because I can pretend that they're little bugs on my art. That's what I like to do when I make a mistake on my art. I like to make it into a story. Okay. And now my spider web is so beautiful and all done. If you want to add more color to it, you need to let it dry first. But I think it looks beautiful. Take a look at our finished product. With all the little bugs. When it dries, I can brush off the little pills, and I can show you guys if you ever want to see what mine looks like all done. I'm excited to see yours. I hope you have fun.